Travel tip number 12. When in Singapore, do as the Singaporeans do. Say goodbye to MSG and hello to non-fried instant noodles. This morning, we are off to Tat Hui Foods in the far north of the island. Tat Hui is the local champion and original creator for the non-MSG, non-fried instant noodles under the homegrown brand KOKA. With hugely signature local flavors like laksa, KOKA is making noodle waves abroad besides feeding hungry bellies on this island. And I want their inside story. Here's Lita, my insider guide through the KOKA factory grounds. There is nothing like seeing it from the start.
Basically, our factory, we have the cup and bowl line, we have the packet line, and we have our very signature line, which is the non-fry line, which is more a healthier choice, which KOKA is proud of to be different from the market.
Rolling good times.
As you can see the dough, right? Actually, from one roller to another roller, you can see that it's getting thinner and thinner. It all has to do with the different desired textures that we want to have at the end of the day.
I like it, bouncy and chewy.
This process is called slithering because when the dough goes through, actually it will create the waving of the noodle. It will determine whether you will have a nice curvy wavy noodle.
Who can resist curves?
Basically, after this, as you can see, it will go through into this long machine that you can see. It's all enclosed system. It's a steamer. We need to steam actually the noodle to get a good gelatinization process.
Gelatinization. Big word.
Here is one of the important steps, which is the cutting process. Yeah? This cutting process will determine the weight of the noodle. It will determine also the shape of your noodle cake.
So the noodles get in shape here.
So here is temperature is still very hot. That is why when it goes through the cooling conveyor here, actually to bring the temperature down for it to be ready to pack. So right now we are coming to the end of our line whereby all our noodle has been packed nicely. And at the end of the line, we have another very important control measure that we put on the line, which is our metal detector and the weight checker.
Metal detector? Like the ones at the airport?
It basically will detect any foreign materials, be it ferrous material, non-ferrous, or stainless steel materials that may present actually inside the product itself. So we will filter out, and we have a system here whereby we have air to actually divert the product.
The rejects. Rejection in this case is a necessary evil. How about cup noodles, Lita? Can we have a behind-the-scene look?
Here is whereby actually we drop the cup, foam cup itself, and to actually collect the noodle that is in the shape of the cup already.
How precise is that?
These are the different powder, sachet, different flavor that we dispense into the cup.
All that yumminess in a cup, ready to be eaten round the clock. Now, I am really curious to see where all the seasoning and flavoring magic happens.
在这边做工研发一些新的口味方面，其实是很有挑战性的。这个实验室我们会研发很多的口味，包括本地的一些拉萨、米果林啊，这些可以代表本地的一些特色的食品。那也是为了帮本地的食物推广到海外。
What's the local flavor developed from your lab which you are most proud of?
本地的口味我比较喜欢拉萨，实际上要用快速面的方式来做出拉萨，这个是很有挑战性的啊，要试了好多次才能够有满意的效果。
Now I'm off to meet the big guy behind KOKA. He can share with me how KOKA went from a 360 packets per minute to 540 packets per minute automated production facility.
Over the years, as business grow, and we are looking for more automated line and with more accuracy. The whole line is very well synchronized. That means the packaging machine will be able to slow down automatically if there's less noodle coming in.
From what I know, texture is the name of the game. The tricky bit is knowing what the customer wants.
The Korean noodle is very chewy and takes about 5 minutes to boil. And then the Japanese takes about 3 minutes, and they're also very chewy and very smooth. For Singapore, people prefer chewiness more than smooth texture, whereas in Thailand, they prefer hard texture. So they want the noodle to be quite hard. So this is the important parts of noodle manufacturing, to create the right texture.
It seems like texture preferences are geographically divided. And on an import-friendly island, how does KOKA satisfy the local palates and stand tall amongst the foreign big muscle brands?
In year 2000, Tat Hui Food, we are trying to differentiate ourselves, reposition ourselves into a more health-conscious company. So we invested in this non-fried, the fat-free noodle. So in the end, we choose to use this ultra-heat dryer so that we can get as close as possible to the existing noodle in terms of the texture and bite.
Is it difficult to push low-fat, healthier instant noodles in an industry where taste is king? Singaporeans can be such fussy eaters.
Fat flavor is the most delicious flavor in the world. So people are used to fat. So the fat-free noodle actually takes a long time for people to accept it. Purple wheat noodles seems to have a good response because of the functional aspect. We put a lot of efforts in R&D in the Singapore market, even though the market here is very small. We only have about 5 million people. Thailand is about 60 million people. So it's also the size of this market that actually has driven Tat Hui Food to innovate, to look into the needs of the global market rather than the local market.
You mentioned functional foods. What's their function?
Functional foods is things like will give you health benefits. For example, fiber, whole grain, like the latest developments of these purple wheat noodles. And then, of course, the antioxidants.
What do you foresee for the instant noodle industry?
I think it is a very great invention. Population in this world probably will double by 2050. This is a great product that would be able to feed the people in this world.